Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is another day to talk on things that matter, things that help us as humans to grow. And in today's episode or in today's edition, I would like us to talk on procrastination. Yeah, procrastination, the killer of dreams and ambitions and the future. And I know it's something you've all heard over the years. You've heard procrastination, you've been hearing procrastination, and maybe you have even spoken about procrastination. But again, let us stop on it. And the very first thing, ladies and gentlemen, what is procrastination? Procrastination is very simple. It's simply you looking for excuses to validate why you do not want to do something. Yeah, you get me right. It is you looking for reasons to validate why you do not want to do something. And procrastination is highly ingrained in immediate gratification and forgetting the long-term benefit of taking a particular decision right now. When you focus on immediate gratification, immediate energy, the immediate emotional urge you feel at that time, forgetting about the long-term consequences of not taking that decision, that is procrastination. And people do it day in, day out, And of course, ladies and gentlemen, at one point in time in the course of our life, we are all guilty of procrastination, including me. Yeah, I cannot tell you that I do not procrastinate. But the problem is not procrastinating. The problem is your inability to recognize that you're procrastinating and this affecting your life in a negative way. The consequences thereof are always so many. And you might be wondering, you ask yourself, why do people procrastinate? There are a lot of reasons why people can procrastinate, and some of these reasons can be deeply ingrained in the fear of failure. Yeah, so many people do not start something because they fear they will fail. And it despite the fact that they fear they will fail, it doesn't make any sense for you not to start. At least it starts. When you start, you get to learn experience. For instance, we look at the light bulb today. Thomas Edison, before he successfully brought up the light bulb that we have today, he failed 999 times. Yeah, he failed 999 times, and he only succeeded at the 1000th time to make the light bulb. And when he was interviewed, he said he did not fail 999 times. He learned 999 ways of not to fail. So you see how the mindset has a very important role to play on procrastination. If it was an average human being, an average individual, that person failing once, twice, thrice, the person will give up. And you wonder why there are so many startups, there are not many great companies. Yeah, so many startups are out there, but very few great companies. Why? Because so many startups fail, and as soon as they fail, they turn to fear the failure they have experienced and decide to shut up, decide to give up, decide to let go. And because they decide to let go, the product, the services they were offering to the community turn to die down. And that is just one aspect of procrastination. Another thing that can cause procrastination is deeply ingrained in overwhelming. Let me use this simple example for you to understand. Have you ever packed dresses, gathered accumulated dresses within a week or within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month that you will wash on one day? Then you remove them and discover that you have a pile of dresses that is maybe taller than you. Yeah, you look at that work, you look at the work you're supposed to do per time, and you feel overwhelmed with that work. And majority of people, when they feel overwhelmed with that work, they tend to do nothing at all about it, which is not okay. And they tend to say, okay, they will do it, I will do it, I will. And that I will gets them nowhere. That I will get you nowhere. That guy, I will get me nowhere. It is either we get down to business and do the work. If we do not do the work, we will not see the results, because the results come from doing the hard work, the hard way, and doing it consistently, and doing it over and over doing it intentionally and being disciplined enough to know that we need to do it a step at a time. That is how we see results from the work we do. I will look at it. What other reason can cause procrastination? Perfectionism. Yeah, people who always say they want this product, they want this thing to be perfect, they want it to be great, they want it to be amazing. There is no such product that is perfect. If these products were perfect, Samsung will not be up to the S25 Ultra right now if it was waiting to be perfect. iPhone, the Apple iPhone will not be up to 16 Pro Max right now if it was perfect. So you can only make a better version of what you've already made. And if you do not make something, you will not know how to make it better. So you need to start somewhere. When you start somewhere, you get to learn, receive feedback, learn the flaws of what you have done, and then you improve from there and make it better, make another better product. And that is how you get to improve. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect, as soon as you're trying to launch out that product, that is when you realize there is another negative thing, there's another something, another feedback on that same product that you need to improve on. And you see, you keep wasting time, before you discover weeks have passed, months have passed, years have passed, and the decade is gone, and you are still saying you will launch, you are still working on the product. So at the end of the day, so many people are doing these things like this. You keep telling yourself, okay, you have an idea, but you're still working on that idea, and you're still working on the idea. Majority of the time, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you're not working on the idea, because I have been there. You're not working on the idea. You simply have an idea and you're too afraid to work on that idea. You're too scared to work on that idea. You're too ashamed at times to work on that idea. And other times, you are too busy doing every other thing else except working on that idea. And it is only when you work on the idea before it can be manifested into successful results. If you do not work on an idea, you will not see any results. They say ideas shape the world, which is true, but ideas that no work is done on them will remain only ideas. And so many other things can cause people to procrastinate. If you know some others, please drop them in the comment section, and we will consistently read through it, learn from it together. And now let us look at it. When it comes to this procrastination thing, ladies and gentlemen, could there be any consequences to it? And maybe consequences to procrastination. And I'll tell you here for free that the consequences of procrastination are very, very amazing. And this is what this is how it looks like. For instance, you procrastinate, it doesn't affect only you alone, it affects you, it affects the people around you, it affects your community, it affects your nation, and it affects the world at large. Let me break it down so you can understand. So when you procrastinate, it affects you as an individual. And how does it affect you as an individual? God Almighty, the Creator, sent you on earth because you have a mission to accomplish. You have something that you came on earth to do. And if you procrastinate and you are not doing that which you were brought down here to do, it means you are killing your ambitions. You are killing the future of those that rely on that which you are supposed to do, and they tap into it. They're supposed to lead into that future that you're supposed to create. And you not being able to create that future means you are already going against the fundamental reason why you were brought down here. Listen to me again. You were brought down here for a mission. You were brought down here for a reason. So the next time you are procrastinating, ask yourself, why am I here on earth? And if you know exactly why you're here on earth, you'll get your ass up and you'll start working as soon as possible. You start working on that dream, you start working on that goal, you start working on that objective, you start working on that project, because it has to be realized, it has to be actualized, it has to be successful for those who rely on you, for those who rely and those who depend on it to be successful. It has to be good, it has to be powerful, it has to be everything. Now, look at it. When you procrastinate and you are unable to do the things that God brought you on earth here to do, what happens to the goals? What happens to that the future you're supposed to build for the generation to come? what happened to the nation you were supposed to be, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we are nation builders. And if you keep looking at our nation and we are saying that the nation is not great, the nation is very poor, is backward in everything, who do you expect to build this nation for us? It is us that are supposed to build it to be great. We are all running to other people's nation, we are all running to Western world. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they built their world to the way it is, and it is attracting us. If you look at Dubai, for instance, people built Dubai. We need to build our own so that people from other areas will want to come. And the only way we can do it is by starting with an individual. It starts with you and I. It starts with us trying to actualize the goals that we have set. And now, how can we really do that when we keep forgetting the main reason why we were brought here on earth? Because if you don't know why we were brought here on earth, it becomes very, very difficult for you to live into the future that was created for you. And you have to feature in that future of yours, and other people have to feature in your future. Now remember, if these people do not feature in your future because you did not create it, then it goes back to you. You'll be held accountable for it on the day that will come. And ladies and gentlemen, I bring you over today. How will it affect your people? It will affect people around you because you keep procrastinating. Yeah, you keep procrastinating. Maybe you have a meeting, an important meeting with a friend, with a colleague, with a, I don't know, whoever you have a meeting with, and you say, okay, you're looking for a very beautiful excuse to validate why you do not want to go for that meeting. And maybe all of a sudden it rains, and you just use rain as a very beautiful. Of course, there are always excuses, okay? There are always excuses, there are always distractions. You look for one beautiful excuse, one beautiful distraction, and you validate why you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And that is how it can easily affect you. It can easily affect your relationship with people because you keep procrastinating. Each time you have to meet up with somebody, each time you have to solve a particular problem with people, you keep procrastinating. And the more you procrastinate, the more it accumulates and the more it becomes difficult to solve. Solve it while it is still hot. You can only bend an iron while it is still hot. Bend it while it is still hot. Else you will need so much energy to bend it when it is cold. So you have the opportunity to solve those problems while they are still hot. Stop procrastinating. Stop forwarding them. Stop postponing them. Get right to work and do it. And look at it again, ladies and gentlemen. If you are unable to do all these things, it will not only affect you, it affects your community, it affects your country, because if there are people who are relying on you, for instance, look at Dangote. Dangote is a popular billionaire here in Africa, and he had a dream, he worked on his dream, he paved the path, and if you know the number of people he has employed because of his dream. If you look at here in Cameroon, you look at Ndawarati Estate, Ndawarati Estate is owned by a man, yeah. He worked his way out, and now he employs so many people. And what he does, brain work. He does now the brain work, and people are just there doing the manual work. He was able to automate the system and make it reliable, make it reproducible. And this is what we can do. This is what we can do. Starting today, we can start working on our project. We can start working on those things. And if you are a student watching this, stop procrastinating. Stop telling yourself you will read that particular course. You will start reading it now, so that when the time of exams come, you will not find yourself wanting. And if you're not business person, implement that strategy now. Stop waiting stop waiting for the right time. The right time will never be right. Now is the time. Implement it. If you fail, you learn from it and you continue. Failure is part of the process. And somebody asked me now, how can we overcome this procrastination? How can we overcome procrastination? Now tell you, there is just one way to overcome procrastination, and it is all in discipline. I know some of you might be thinking, yeah, this guy is crazy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's discipline. And you might be thinking, what of accountability partner? What if, all the what if in your mind? Yes, they are beautiful what if. The accountability partner is amazing. But if you have an accountability partner and you're not disciplined enough to have to follow that accountability partner one-on-one, you will still not have the results. Yes. And remember, change, they say, is constant. Change is constant, which is true. Yeah, it's very, very true. But you cannot change somebody who has not made that conscious decision in their mind to change. No matter how hard you want to try, no matter how beautiful your intentions are, You cannot change somebody who has not made that decision to change. So, and the decision to change comes with discipline. You have to be disciplined enough to respect that which you have to follow. You have to be disciplined enough to set goals, break them down to objectives, and break them down to actionable chunks, that is little tiny pieces that you can actualize and accomplish on a daily basis. And how can you do that if you are not disciplined enough to wake up and follow that dream? Wake up and chase that dream. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up. The wake up call, the time is now. The wake up call is now. You have to wake up and work on that dream, work on that goal, work on that aspiration. You remember, your future is in your own hands. The future is waiting for you, and there are so many people that have to feature in your future, and they are all waiting and looking up to you. Get up and get it done. Be disciplined enough. Yes, be disciplined enough to know that when it is time to do something, you have to get it done no matter what. Be disciplined enough, and discipline comes with a lot of management skills. Be able to manage your time, be able to manage your resources, be able to manage everything you have at your disposal. Make it work, make it count, make it reliable. I know you can do it. Seek for help. You can seek for the help of a coach, a mentor that can easily drill you through. Yes, you can. And that is the things you will need. Be ready to follow them. As long as you're disciplined, as long as you've made that conscious decision, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow them. They will guide you through. They will show you the way. And this is all you do. Be disciplined. Yes, be disciplined. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. Get out there, do the work, and of course, the results thereafter will always be overwhelming. And I would just like to recommend a few books that can easily help you in order to be disciplined, because indiscipline is highly ingrained in habits that we have formed over the years. And habits, remember, will shape your future. And in this light, I would like you to read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, will help you shape your habits, will help you understand how the tiny things you can do today can change your future tomorrow. And that is how this book will help you. You can read Deep Work by Cal Newport. This book will help you understand how it is important to deeply engage yourself with work that will help you tomorrow. You can reach The Ultimate Focus Strategy by Martin Meadow, and that book will help you shape your focus, shape the way you think, shape the way you and your attention span, and make you constantly be in check. And you can read Goals by Greg Tracy. This book will help you to know how to set goals that are smart, goals that can be easily actualized. Break them down into objectives. Break those objectives down into tiny chunks that you can be able to actualize or realize them on a daily basis. Those are the things you need, ladies and gentlemen, in order to overcome the spirit of procrastination. Yes, it is a spirit. You can overcome it. We can overcome it. I can overcome it. And ladies and gentlemen, we can work it out together. And should you have any questions, any worries, ladies and gentlemen, drop them in the comment section. We will look through it and provide you with the most succinct reaction or reply that we can. And please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share.